Hey guys, what's up? I'm gonna do a video on the Raspberry Pi FM transmitter. Oh, fuck, here comes a car. I'm in the car. So I got it set up at the house. Get out of their fucking way here. Hold on. Parking in the shade here. Anyway, okay, they're gone. So anyway, I've got the FM transmitter hooked up upstairs in my house. It's pretty two-story house, pretty tall. So I get pretty good range. Probably about, I'm estimating, 1/3 of a mile radius from the house, which is beyond FCC guidelines for all intents and purposes, and so you know. I'm going to do a demonstration of how far it reaches, okay? So here we go, I'm going to turn it up. I've got it on 90.5 and I'm using so yeah, several blocks from the house. In fairness, breaking it up a little bit. You get some interference from that shit. And then other stations that are nearby will fade in, out, etc., stuff like that. But I don't have a lot of power going into it. I do have a small booster hooked up to it, just a few decibels. I think it might only be 1 or 2. And then I have 12 volts and I think 2 or 3 amps into it. So I get a little bit better range than just, a little wire coming out of it. So this is where it kind of comes back in. 90.5. The kind of range you can expect. Got a pretty good setup. So I'm picking it up again. So it's much better than just the 100-foot range that FCC requires. Go down this way a little bit too. Of course, it does depend on the conditions too, and what kind of antenna you have. Like someone sitting at a house probably would be able to pick it up, especially from an upstairs apartment, or if they had an external antenna, probably pick it up real good. And this car has pretty good radio. And those people probably pick it up no problem from upstairs. Sure. Fading a little bit, but I'm several blocks away now. But it all depends on the angle and the hill and trees and atmospheric conditions, etc. I am an engineer, but not a radio engineer, so I understand there are some things that affect it, naturally. So let's see, here we are, Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street, baby. I get my neighborhood's covered with what I have, and I don't want to really push the envelope either, because $7,000 a day fine, and that's where it starts at, up to a max of $75,000. The problem is, you can't even apply for an FM license right now, a low power FM license. The application process is pretty much suspended until further notice, I guess. Due to COVID-19, blah, 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 which is not real. So that's the deal. But if you want to try the Raspberry Pi, FM transmitter project, I'd say it's certainly worthwhile. Because you can set it up to where you get some fairly decent coverage. Like you could have a neighborhood disco, or if you have like a drive-in theater for your family and shit at nighttime, it would work fantastic. There's other uses for it too, of course. But I like it. I'm really happy with it. I think the FCC needs to be less asshole-ish about everything and let people, that really. I realize the regulating commerce rule, but we'll go down this way too. So there's the house. So I can cut my grass, I guess. But get the antenna. I can't see. It's up on top of the chimney, so that's why I'm getting fairly decent coverage, more so than just a coat hanger type thing. And it just seems like the interference is worse when you get near a lot of power lines. It starts to fade here. Power lines. It's FM for you though. But, I'm thinking about maybe putting a little more power into it to see if I can get I would like just a little bit more range, and I'm not trying to go to jail or pay $7,000 a day or anything, but it would be nice if I could maybe just reach, you know, my little neighborhood, because we're in a valley here, so we don't get any substantial radio station coverage here, and television, we're totally devoid of that, just because of the way it is and where I am. But really happy with the FM transmitter project. It's not too hard to install. You know, you just put it on your Pi, put your SD card in. There is a distro that has it, but you're just better off just installing it, in my opinion. But I'm Povich, and this is my review of the FM transmitter. It's pretty awesome.